Good.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Anthony Monetti here, Project My Life, Ask Monetti series. Still a little dusty in here. You can see in the background, but we're almost done with the project back there. If you can see, right here, used to be a bathroom. Now we're pushing the wall back, opening up more space back here.
Makes a big difference.
It does. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but there's a little dust everywhere. So how you feeling today, Karen?
Great.
What's your topic today?
I don't know.
Come on, you're supposed to have one. Are you in center here, camera?
Wasn't my homework.
All right, so you did put a question on the board.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was? Just making my oatmeal here, it's my first meal. It's 12:30. Sorry, it's 11, is that right?
That's right.
Is that the right time?
No, it's actually 1 o'clock.
So it's 1:45, or is it
No,
1?
It's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm having my first meal. I haven't eaten all day today. I just got a cup of coffee and I started doing some work back here. No workout this morning. And I ate a little bit extra this weekend. So I feel like I can go a little bit extra without eating my first meal. So my first meal is usually oatmeal, banana, peanut butter, and protein powder. Simple, on the go. But what was your question you put on board this month?
What part of your diet do you struggle with the most?
You see the answers?
Yeah, chocolate,
No, okay.
sugar.
What else? There's two of them up there that are really important.
Let me say.
Come on.
Variety.
Variety. So
Having one.
what do you struggle most? What is the question exactly?
What part of your diet do you struggle most with?
What part of your diet do you struggle most with? One of the topics was, or one of the answers on the board, somebody anonymous, no name next to it, says variety,
And timing.
timing, and underneath variety, what they say. So I thought it was really, really funny.
I'm a slave to counting macros.
I'm a slave to counting macros. Anonymous, I don't know who you are, somebody in the body community. First, I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You're not really a slave to them. You are choosing to keep macros. If you know anything about macros, you know that that's how we measure our daily intake of food, so we can make sure that we're hitting our goals for the day, and then ultimately, what are we trying to get out of a diet in general, right? So, whoever said you don't have a diet, you definitely have a diet. It may not be a diet in line with your goals, but you definitely have some kind of diet. If you eat food,
You have
a diet. Now, we can kind of tweak it and get it healthier and get it more in line with your goals, but I think the point I was trying to pick out of that whole board was the variety, and I'm a slave to your macros. Quick thoughts on that, Karen? For
Variety is the spice of life. And you can easily still eat within a good macro range and your specific range with variety. You don't have to keep it so bland with, I'm going to have 2 meals of just chicken, vegetable, and rice, and then I'm going to have oatmeal and eggs. Like, that's boring. And for some people, they can do that day after day. Or maybe there's a meal like Monetti
20 years.
where, yeah, it's the same exact breakfast every single day, but throughout the day, he does have variety. Maybe not day to day, but week to week is always a good option if you're getting bored with what you're eating on a daily basis.
And don't be a slave to your macros. You have a choice to be a slave to your macros. Just realize that the macros that you're calculating are making you feel the way you're feeling now. So if you understand the macros kind of game, and you're calculating your food for the day based upon macros, then and you think it's a slave, you think it's work, then don't do it for 2 weeks.
And see how you feel.
See how you feel. See how you look. See how you feel. See how you're performing in the gym. See what kind of results you're getting. See how the scale is measuring up if the scale is not going in the direction you like. So I always try to bring that perspective, because it may be a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. Of course, it's a pain in the ass sometimes, right? But the better you get at it, the less of a pain in the ass it becomes, and the better you get at incorporating different meals and being able to have a certain food and not have to track it, or not having to obsess about eating the same things. Be creative. Spend a little extra time. Get in front of a computer. Get some recipes and change it up and change some variety. Oh wow, big game changer there.
There's two of my tips.
Karen has a bunch of recipes that she can send you. Email her or comment below, and we'll send them over to you directly. You should probably create a little ebook, which I've been
Yeah.
saying for many
Anyway.
years to create an
I
ebook.
just made a new one yesterday.
But you can be creative, and but don't the concept of I'm a slave to it is going to put you, to say fuck it, and then go the opposite way, and then not give a shit about what you put in your body, and not give a shit about the calories and the macros and all that other fun stuff, and you're going to end up going down where you started to be, from the beginning, and that's whatever you were feeling at that time inspired you to learn more about macros. So I get a little concerned when you say you're a slave to the macros. It's funny. It stirred me up this morning to talk about it.
You have a choice.
But you always have
a choice.
You always have a choice, and you should never feel like you're a slave to it. Our concept is a matter of, you shouldn't have to restrict yourself from certain foods. Don't get me wrong. There's better foods, and there's not as good foods for your body, for your performance, for your goals, or whatever, or healthy under that category. But you don't have to look at it like you're slaving yourself to do it, because it becomes a chore. Something needs to be changed in your diet. I don't know what it is, whether it's a new breakfast, whether it's a new pre-workout meal, whether it's a new dinner, whether it's saying this weekend I'm going to cook homemade pizza. I don't know. Do you have any?
Here's 2 quick tips to
Done.
add variety into your day or into your week. So if you're used to doing meal prep and you prep 1 or 2 times a week, here's a great angle to take it at. Maybe this week your main protein source are eggs and chicken. And then your main starch is sweet potato. And then your vegetable is broccoli. Easily, you can change that next time you meal prep by using beef instead of chicken, using turkey instead of your eggs. You can use asparagus instead of broccoli, and you can use rice instead of your sweet potato. So you can still keep the same format, but completely change the source of your food. That's one way to add good variety without overstressing and overcomplicating it. Pick a different meat every time you cook, pick a different vegetable, pick a different starch.
But I'm vegan.
Change your bean up.
Change your beans.
Have some tofu, have some tempeh, have some seitan. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know how to say that word. But there's other ways to even do that as a vegan, right? Or a vegetarian, or whatever you are, a flexitarian, right? That's what we are.
I say as simple as possible.
Yeah.
If you're a slave to it, then you're not going to like it. So
Yeah.
you need to be creative. You need to change it up somewhere or other. And the fact that it's always going to have to be a matter of you keeping an eye on your food, because a lot of times people come in here and they do lose a lot of weight, but they gain a lot of weight, and they lose a lot of weight and they gain more, and they lose 20 and they gain 30. For 20 years they've been doing that. So there's something that needs to be fixed with your relationship to food. And if you look at it as being a slave, chances are you're going to have a negative
You're never going to fix it.
relationship with it, and you're never going to fix it. It's going to be something else, that takes you off track. You had a second tip?
Second tip.
52 minutes.
52 minutes.
A
You
second.
mean seconds?
Second.
Oh God, I don't want to talk that long. You don't want to hear me either. Another quick tip is go online and Google recipes. There's also websites. If these recipes don't come with a macronutrient breakdown, there's great recipe calculators online. One of them is through Spark People. You can literally go to sparkpeople.com, type in recipe calculator, and what that does for you is all the ingredients you use in a recipe, you just enter it, and it'll break it down for you. And then how many servings do you want of that dish you're making? Really simple. But one of my favorite websites to get any kind of recipes is skinnytaste.com. Skinnytaste.com. They have a variety: gluten-free, vegan, paleo, healthy, light options, dinner, lunch, it doesn't matter, but the recipes are really good, and usually they all come with macros. So one of the easiest ways to do that and not feel like you're eating the same thing is Google a recipe. You're cooking anyway. Why not spice it up a little bit?
Change it up. It's like anything
Be
else.
creative.
I know I need to change it up with certain things in my life. If not, I get bored, I get stagnant, I get miserable, I get depressed, I get down, and it's a vicious cycle downward, right? So you need to change it up. I know that I have to do these videos, which I've been really digging lately. I have to do something different that's going to get me to shift my mindset. And don't look at it as being a slave to your macros. Instead, change your mindset, change it around, think of a new recipe.
Look at it like a fun puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, and always
Right.
think about the alternative, man. Fuck it. Don't count your macros. Don't be a slave. We don't want you to be a slave to them. Don't even worry about it. Eat whatever the fuck you want. and then see how you feel.
And then call us again when that happens. After
Believe in
3
yourself,
weeks.
trust the process, practice patience. If you like, please subscribe, comment, let us know what you're feeling. And if you have a question, hashtag askmonetti. You have the answers. No, we have the answers. You have the questions. We have the answers. I'll get that outro right one of these days. Peace.